So, did we do a video of this before? Did we start one?
I think so.
No? Okay. We're doing a fish tank stand for my son's fish tank, and we're just going to do 2x4s. I think maybe the only difference between us and maybe some of the other ones on the internet, so I'm not going to leave it raw. We'll stain it, make it look nice, sand it down, all that good stuff. I went to one of the big box stores and bought pre-kiln dried wood, except the 4x4s. I couldn't find kiln dried wood in 4x4s, so we're out of luck there, but the 2x4s are kiln dried, so we shouldn't have them sweating out any moisture or anything like that, at least not too much. And so the tank, or the stand, the outside of the tank at the plastic is 48 1/4 by 12 3/4. So it's kind of an odd size. I'm going to cut some long pieces and see how we can make it work. I think because the 12 3/4 will go inside and the 48 1/4 pieces are going to run long, that we'll be able to make it work out. So we'll just kind of, I'll let Tyler film this, and as we get this screwed together, we'll kind of let you guys just watch along. Maybe we'll fast forward some of it and play music to it, or however that works. So just have a good time watching. So you don't have to kill it. So are you gonna get earplugs and all that Jackie Chan shit?
Yeah.
So that thing's recording, right? Leave it if it is. Oh, what the hell? How to do that? Oh, my slide's forward. Shit on a shingle. So I'm kind of also going to teach my son how to do this and teach saw basics and all that stuff. So I'm going to just talk through this whole thing and pretend like you guys aren't here. So what you're going to do, Tyler, is you're going to, when you make cuts, you go down through the board, and then I take my fingers and go like this. I take my hand and pull the board back a little bit, and then you can let it out, because otherwise it'll drag the saw back across your cut. So you're going to cut this first one at 48 1/2. I'm going to let you go ahead and measure that out, and I'll talk you through it. So you'll just make an alligator's mouth at 48 1/2.
Holy cow.
Roll it towards me. Here. Roll it this way. Keep going. Try not to bump the stand on the camera there. And roll the tape out past that, because you don't want it held up in the air. And so look how your tape's running at an angle. Yeah. No, you want to bring it, yeah. Make sure it runs straight as you can.
Okay, so 48 and what?
And a half.
So like right in the middle between 48 and 49?
Yep. Little alligator's mouth. Don't go back and forth like that. Just go just two little marks.
Okay.
Okay, good?
Yeah.
So go ahead and move the measurement tool.
Why is it 48 and...
Oh, sorry, 48 1/4. Good call. So wait a minute. Check your tape. Don't take that thing off. There you go. Slide the thing up.
Why?
There you go. Because you don't want, what you're doing, when you push down, it goes like this. It pushes away. So what you should be doing is just putting one hand on the tape. Look, I'll show you. Can I show you for a second?
Where's 48 and 1/4?
Can I show you something for a second?
What do you, like this?
I want to show you.
What do you want to show me?
I want to show you tools of the trade.
I can't.
So back out of the camera's way there. We're going to move this over where they can kind of see what we're doing. When you do this, here's what I do. I hold it like this, just past where I want to tape, and that way, see how I can push down with my thumb and it holds the tape down?
I don't like that.
Okay, I'm telling you, I've done this for years. This is what you want to do. So what you do is you hold just past your mark. You know you're at 48, so you grab down here, and you can push your thumb down to the board, right? Mm-hmm. And it allows you to manipulate the tape as well. So a 1/4 is this mark right here in between.
This big one?
Yeah. And so when I mark, I go like this because you can never get it wrong. You just set your pen down and do that. The point is always, if you go back and forth, you can move. So whenever I do an alligator's mouth, I just pull and then you're done. And not only that, I have to sand all that deep groove you made out of there. We have to sand it out. So I'm just letting you know, you just put your thing down on the point and just a little quick, okay? Now, when you cut this, I'm gonna make sure that's out of the road. You're gonna make sure that this is your good piece, right?
What is this?
Hold on, sorry. Yeah, so the blade has to be on that side of your mark. So I'm gonna watch. And just don't start it yet. Bring it down to the cut and check it by hand. Look down the blade.
Can you put that
No, just leave that.
I hate it.
Okay, it's super dangerous with what you're doing there. So what I would do is I would just use the laser once you start it up, and we'll see how close the laser is. Whoa. Okay, pinch it back against the... There you go. Pull that stop out. Just take that and pull it out. Up, out. Set it on the ground. There you go. Now check it again, and then check your laser against it.
Got it. Is that turn it on?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your laser's on, I believe, that side of the cut.
No, it's not.
Uh,
So I want to be the laser right on the mark?
no, you're gonna I believe, take your finger off the trigger. I believe the laser's on this side of the mark, but I'm not sure. You're gonna have to check. Touch it and see. Touch the blade of the board. Okay, now show me where the laser. Okay, so the laser is on that side of the cut, so line the laser up. Just a touch that way. See, if anything, we want to make it a hair long, so go that way a teeny bit.
Okay.
Now remember, you need to get in the habit of leaving it down and pulling the board away. Because what it'll
Did that
do...
it right?
Huh? Yeah, that's 48, and you can check it now. So real quick, tape it out and check it.
Where's the tape at?
Right there next to you. Yep, looks like it's dead on to me. So that piece is done. So we'll take that and we'll stack it over here off to one side. And then we're now going to cut a piece that is... So go ahead and get one of those permanent markers so that we can work on the table. So go ahead and write down 24 3/4. Is that what I've got on that sticky?
No.
What do I have?
12 3/4.
Okay, so write down 12 3/4. Now, you need to measure the 2x4 and see how thick it is.
That or this?
That. They're all going to be nearly the same. And you need to give me a very accurate number.
It's dead on 1.5.
And can I see it real quick? When you're measuring this thing here, you don't use the end. You will do what's called shaving.
Yeah, I don't.
So you line it up with your eyeball with one of these big marks here. You're standing in front of the camera.
I know.
Just come over here with me. So what you do, I'll tilt it towards you, is you line it up with your eyeball. And the way you line it up is when your eyeball goes past this edge, you'll see the face. When it's perfectly lined up, you can't see the face, right? So I tilt it till I can't see the face, and then I put it there. And this board is actually...
Oh, it was different down here. It's
Yeah.
1.5.